Hey, Joe, how are you?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Joe, how are you doing?
Doing well. How you doing?
Good, good. Hey, Stella, how are you? Welcome.
I'm good, David. Hi.
Hi there. Hi, welcome, welcome. Can you guys see my screen? That's being shared. It shows the chart.
It's weird. I see a picture of like the Zoom participants.
Okay. You guys don't see the chart?
It's behind the Zoom participants.
Is it? Okay. Hold on. Let me see. How about now?
Yes, I can see it.
You guys can see the chart?
Looks good, David.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys, we'll get started in a few minutes here.
Hi, David. It's Ron.
Hey, Ron, how are you, sir?
Oh, good.
Good, good.
Not a good day today, but overall good.
Not a good day for trading?
Not today. Nope.
All right. All right, we'll go over what the market is doing. All right. We'll get started in a few minutes here.
I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Oh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Oh yeah, I want it all. Got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like I love it when you do And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh, baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when you see the party's over, then we bring it right back. And we'll say, I love the way you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh, baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when you see the party.
Hey, Mo, welcome. Tony, welcome. Bill, welcome.
Hi,
We'll-
David.
Hello, hello. We'll get started shortly.
What's going on, David?
Hello, hey.
Looking like a DJ, David.
What's that?
Looking like a DJ, man.
Ah, that's my next career. Hey guys, we'll go ahead and get started. This evening, usually what we do on Mondays, we go over some Q&As, any questions, concerns, whether it's the markets, your trades, our systems, anything at all. All right. I want to open up though with something we went over yesterday. Do you guys see that chart on the screen? It says distribution, accumulation, markup and markdown. Okay, great. So do me a favor. Go ahead and take those of you who weren't on the call yesterday, go ahead. I want you guys to take a picture of that. Okay, go ahead and take a picture of that if you would. And when you get a chance, print it out, and I would laminate it. This is called the 4 phases that every trader should know. The 4 phases that every trader should know. And it starts with the accumulation phase, reaccumulation, markup, so that's we going long, and then distribution, right? Markdown phase, and then redistribution. So we always want to follow that process, guys. That's the process that every trade, that's the cycle that every trade needs to go through. So just kind of keep that in mind. So as we move forward, you know, if I don't forget, I want to kind of focus every time, at least get this in front of you guys so we remember to follow this process. Okay. Let's see here. So I want to just open everything up to any questions, anything you guys want to start with. So any questions, any concerns about anything? No one?
If those that you used the sniper trader trades from Friday, how did you guys do?
Because
Because I didn't get those 3 this time, so I didn't know what the results were.
oh, you wanted those?
Of course, I want those.
You gotta pay for those. That day.
Oh, I have to pay for that? Oh,
Absolutely.
man.
It's not free. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we
That's a
can.
whole fact.
Yeah,
I'm still going through my trial period. What are you talking about?
all right. We'll get you some new ones this week. We'll get you some.
No, I'm joking, but I'm just curious how the ones from Friday went.
We basically had, I mean, we are just kind of broke even, not great, not great, but not bad either, not bad.
Okay.
Either. Yeah.
I came up on a UAL.
What's that?
UAL?
Who is this, Anthony?
Yeah. Yeah, I came up on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Here is UAL here. That did really good. The charts here, when we look at the charts, though, this is on a 5-minute. So we don't do a lot of analysis on the 5-minute. Let's see here. Bitcoin is perhaps the biggest thing we're looking at right now. Okay. Bitcoin, guys, is at a critical point here. If we break this support area right here, we could see Bitcoin go a lot lower. So this is starting to look a lot like this area here. All right, you guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's critical. That's perhaps the biggest thing that we're watching right now in the markets. You know, I thought it would have been the Dow. Okay, the Dow made a move up and kind of held, is holding right now. It's consolidating. But right now, you guys need to be very concerned if you're in cryptos. Now, you know, we don't give advice. It's really up to you what you want to do. But right now, Bitcoin is right at 56,000. All right. Our sales signal was at on the 240. So it was on the 240-minute time frame. Let's pull that up here. Right. So we got out right at 62,000 and change, almost 63,000 here. And right now it's at 56. And it's testing this support right here. This is redistribution, right? Redistribution, testing this support. All right, on the 250-minute time frame, and then also on the daily. Where's the daily? The daily is right here. Right, it's testing this support right here. So I think it's gonna break. I think it's gonna break. I mean, it could hold, but everything shows that it will. It looks like it's want to really move to the downside. Okay, so and as we know, Bitcoin is the barometer for the entire crypto market. Okay, and we just don't know how low it will go. So it could go back low. It could test this. The next, if it drops, guys, the 50,000 mark will be the next support level. So right here. So here is, so I can't guarantee, but I can tell you that it'll probably get to this area here pretty quickly, to the 50,000 mark, if it doesn't hold this support. Okay. And then the next big support is going to be 40,000 right here. All right, 40,000 right here. And then if it doesn't hold that area here, and we'll watch it closely. The next big support is 30,000, and 30,000 is a big support. But it doesn't look good. I mean, hopefully it does something like this here, where it holds support right here, holds support, and then moves higher again. All right, but right now it's definitely moving to the downside. Any questions on that? No question?
No, I don't have a question on that, David, but I was just looking on the UAL that you guys were talking on. What was the analysis on that?
What was the what?
The analysis on the UAL that you guys were talking about.
The analysis on the
Yeah.
UL?
UAL.
Yeah, who's this?
Oh, this is a here.
Oh, okay. We, with the sniper trades, those are special trades that we do with traders that are in that particular group. So that's a paid for service. So we generally do not go over the analysis on those, because the reason is because the way Sniper Trader works, it's not based on any price action. It's based on news, okay, news that might be coming out on Friday or on the weekend. So with Sniper Trader, guys, we follow big moves, big hedge funds, big institutions that are buying stocks. We look at 3 stocks that they are buying, either buying with a lot of options, okay, to go long. So we do calls. You can trade the stock, but you can also trade the option. So we look at, we do 3 stocks normally, and we look for high volumes that the institutions are buying, okay? And what generally happens is this: these big hedge funds, big institutions will look to get in at the end of the day, between right at the market close, so 3:30, they are buying up stocks, okay, that might have some news data that's coming out over the weekend. So we want to get in early, so by the time market opens up on Monday, we'll look to get out, okay? So it's not based on any, we follow the charts, okay, but it's not based solely on the chart. It's based on news. It's more news or data driven. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So it's the only system that's that's a bit different than the other systems, where so if you think of the name Sniper Trader, we're looking for 1 or 2 big home runs that we can do over the weekend. So we want to get in on Friday, okay, and then we want to get that pop. Hopefully we get a pop on Monday. Hopefully we get a gap, like a gap up, like kind of like this here. It opens up on Monday, gap up, and then we will take profits. Sometimes we will wait on the sell signal from the system, but sometimes we might get out, just get out, take as much profit as possible, and then get out. So it's there are times when we might keep it a day longer. So we might go into Tuesday or even Wednesday if the trade is holding. But normally we want to get in on Friday, late afternoon, get out on Monday. All right. Hey, Ron, you mentioned, were there any particular stocks that you wanted to look at that you got in this week?
No. I have options that are expiring in the future, so I'm kind of good.
Okay.
But tech got hit pretty bad today after Jerome Powell was reassigned his duties. I mean, the NASDAQ in general got hit hard.
Okay.
Gold took a heck of a hit too.
Gold?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was down $42 an ounce.
Whew.
All right, so let's take a look at, we can take a look at gold here. I like to track gold on the weekly time frame. I just, I like to have more data with gold and silver. And if we look at, I mean, you could look at it on the daily too. I like the weekly. So if we take a look here, right now we don't have a signal for gold to go long or short. So it's really kind of consolidating here.
When you're done, if you can check the NASDAQ, if
Oh.
you've seen any weird signals there,
Okay.
but I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah, so, you know, gold is kind of caught between this area here, support and resistance. But I usually like silver better. There's more volatility in silver than gold. Let's see here. If you guys are looking for an opportunity in gold, all right, so here's a triangle setting up here in gold. Okay, so it's gonna have to break out either to the upside or to the downside. The momentum the trend is to the upside. Okay, but we don't have a buy signal. We have here was a buy signal, a sell signal, and we have nothing here. So, but price is being squeezed, guys. Price is being squeezed here. So we could get it can go either way at this point. I mean, it could break this trend line here, hit support here, get a sell short signal and go down, or it could break this upward trend line, hit resistance here, get a buy signal and move higher. So it's kind of caught in this area here, so not much. And I think pretty much the same thing with silver. Same thing with silver here. You have to understand, guys, a lot of the moves are has been in equities. Forex is starting to pick up, but equities and cryptos, you know. So I mean, if you look here, so when the pandemic hit, gold and silver made a move, but since then they've kind of, I mean, they haven't done anything. Let's see here. It's good to watch. It's fun to watch what gold and, I mean, if you want to get the hard metals, you know, that's fine. But as a trade, there isn't a lot happening here. I mean, if you look here, since the first half of 2000, it's been caught. I mean, look at this. You guys see that?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So there's nothing, if you traded this, unless you traded it on a, you know, you day traded it, you might capture these moves like this here, but otherwise no trends here. Ron, what did you want to take a look at?
The NASDAQ.
The NASDAQ. Okay. Okay, so NASDAQ really tried to break this resistance for reaccumulation and got knocked back down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't think there's anything to be too concerned about. It's still holding in here. My overall concern with the market is that, you know, the VIX is starting to move higher. So when it gets anywhere 20 and above, that's more increase in volatility. So right now we're at 910 and we've got two consolidating candles here. So it's no longer selling, right? So price is moving higher. That's not good for equities, right? So Yeah, when the VIX moves higher, the market tends to go down. So this has been a concern right here on the Dow. If we break this support area right here, we'll definitely get a sell signal, kind of like this here on the Dow, kind of like this here on the Dow. So we want this to hold here. The S&P did pull down. I think the market moved up nicely, but then some selling came in. I don't pay too much attention to the news. So sometimes you guys will notice that I just have no idea what's going on most of the time out there when it comes to the news. I tend to just focus on the price action. And I know some of you guys do that, and that's great. But what I try to do, what I try to teach you guys is just focus on the price action. So here, what we're looking at here as far as price is we wanted to hold this resistance here, but definitely we wanted to hold this support. Okay, we want the S&P to hold this support here. All right. We want the Dow to actually move higher. Okay, hold this support here and move higher. The S&P, the NASDAQ, same thing here. So the NASDAQ, all of these indexes, we want them to hold. Okay.
Yeah, the VIX, I think the VIX got as high as 19.5
Okay.
after hours, but now it kind of dropped down.
Yeah, 19.55. Yeah.
Yeah, I got 19.59 in my chart here.
Okay.
After, after hours.
Okay, so that's a concern, guys. That's a concern. If it starts doing anything like this, we don't want our green candles, right? So we know what happens is not generally we get white consolidating candles. If price continues to move higher, we'll get a green bullish candle, kind of like this. And if that happens, we'll see the equity markets turn to the downside. We have to be concerned with equities here. There is usually a Christmas rally, right? We usually get a Christmas rally. And usually price action during this time really will usually hold up. They'll hold up much better than they're doing now, right? Usually this time of the year, we are getting nice moves like this to the upside. The concern here is that we've been making all-time highs going into the fourth quarter. So that's usually risky. Yes, we had a bit of a pullback here, which is good, right? And usually what we want to see going into October is a larger correction. Okay, so if we can get a 10% correction, right, going into October, that's really good. Right here is October. This was last year. You guys see this here? You guys see this?
Yeah.
October.
Yeah, I see that big dip.
Yeah, October of last year. Okay. We had a nice big dip here. A little bigger than this area here, but then the market.
You're talking about is that mid-October or late October?
This was let's see, we can open it up to see exactly. It looked like the end of October. Let's see here.
So
yeah,
so towards the end.
Yeah, towards November. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it's weird because if I'm reading your chart right, it looks like we're almost in December, which we almost are. So like the actual 3-letter word kind of falls in the middle of the month.
Yeah.
So you're talking mid-November. That's like mid-November where
Mhm.
it dropped down.
Mhm.
If I'm reading it right.
Yeah. Well, it had 2 drops, right? It had this drop here.
Right. That's early, that's late, that's early October, and then it picked up in mid-October and peaked at end of October.
Yeah, well, this is actually the end of September. If we can get it, and this is just for, so that you guys know that there is a seasonality in play. Okay, there's a seasonality in play, so you can kind of look out for this. Generally, what the institutions want is a nice correction through August, July, August, and September, and they want to start buying in October. Okay, kind of like here, right? October, November, kind of pushing things up. The problem with the market right now, and we're not trading this information, we just, like I said, we're just looking at seasonality and what generally happens in the market. Okay, so we want the market to have that nice Christmas rally for the 4th quarter. We want to bottoming out. We want to be bottoming out in September, October, and then push higher. November at the latest, right? November is late. I mean, this was late here, okay? And then here, so here, bottom out, got that rally here. This year, we bottomed out, got that rally, but we at all-time high. So the market can only go so high before it gets exhausted. So that's what I think what's happening here. I think that, I mean, we're at all-time high, guys. You know, we're at all-time highs. You know, so, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, they can come in this week, Thanksgiving, you know, and Christmas, and push price higher.
Is your crystal ball in the shop this week or something?
What's that?
Is your crystal ball in the shop this week?
Hey, as soon as I say something is you know, as soon as I try to predict, guess what? It doesn't happen. You know, it doesn't work that way. But I mean, what we can expect though is that, hey, we know September, October, we'll get a dip, which generally happens. And then around January, we'll get some selling coming in. Okay. But if you guys, I mean, if you really want to look at this, if you guys really want to see what's happening here, if you look here, here was the resistance. So this is what you guys should be looking at here. Here is resistance back in July, August, and we are right back to that price. So, and this is now support anywhere in this area, right in here, that's support. So if price breaks this support right here, right, then yeah, you want to be concerned if you're in equities. You know, we talked about not Sniper, but Stock Boss. We talked about Stock Boss giving very few trades. I mean, look at this here. I mean, in Hit Seeker, there's only 4. This is, let's see here. So 20, what's the date? 22nd? 22nd, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 11/22 at 4:30 today, Hit Seeker ran. So it ran today at 4:30, and we only got 4 stocks. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is, yes. No, 1 second here. Wait, 1 second. 1 second. This is
Those are like sectors.
yeah, that's Monster ETF. Oh, I'll go through Monster ETF. I added Monster ETF for you guys to see. Here is Stock Boss here.
Wow, naked brands. Wow,
Yeah, but
they're
look,
actually
guys.
saying to buy that, huh?
Yeah, but let's take a look. But there's only 4 stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing
wanna-
here. Yeah,
I want to
there's
get rid of that. I want to get rid of that stock.
Are you trading this?
Oh, I've had that for months.
Oh, that's a terrible chart.
No kidding.
Wow. Yeah, that's a terrible chart.
That's one of those GameStop stocks, those meme stocks.
Mm,
No, I
That's
made
a-
money on it, but I
that's a
held it for-
horrible chart. I mean, really.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
But
my
it's saying
God.
to buy it, huh?
No, it's not. It just came up on the radar here.
Okay. But
That
what does
all
that
that
mean?
yeah, all that mean that they're building shares. So if you look here, what's that?
Okay.
Ooh,
A
ooh,
billion shares?
yeah, that's crazy. So they're building positions in it, but the price hasn't moved yet.
Right.
Yeah, we have no buy signal here. But the point is this, guys. Normally with heat seeker, we'll have this will be full with stocks, all tons of opportunities. So when I see that we've only got 4 stocks, just think of heat seeker, right? Heat seeker kind of keeps us safe, right? It allows us, if the market isn't healthy, the internals of the market, right? So the market itself, right? If it's not healthy, we'll see that in heat seeker. And what heat seeker will do is, if the market is not healthy, we will not have any trades. So, and it kind of protects us from ourselves. So whenever I see this with heat seeker, that we get in few opportunities here, that's a major concern. That guess what? The market might be going up, but guess what? The stocks are not going up. So the institution are not buying stocks. I mean, this is only 4 stocks. And you guys have seen more stocks than that in heat seeker, right? For stock boss, right? Right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll speak for everybody.
And here, Bullmaster, right? So heat seeker for Bullmaster. We've only got, look at this. We've only got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 transportation stocks. That's not a lot, not compared to what we had even a week ago.
You mean
Right.
technology, right?
Yeah, technology stocks. Yeah. Yeah, technology, only 12. And then look at services, the retailers. So, you know, not a lot going on. And what we want to be concerned with, we want to be ahead of the game. So, I mean, not that we can't trade, but we want to just pull back and be careful. Because, market it's not right now, it's not trending. It could do this, it could do something like this, where it comes back, right? Give a sell signal and move lower. I like what's happening here. So here is the good news. Here is the good news.
$1.
Yeah, the dollar. And we've been waiting for this, guys. So here is the good news. So, hey, forget the bad news. There's nothing there's always somewhere we can go, right, to make money. So here is the dollar. And as we know, the dollar index, here's the dollar index right here. US dollar index is the barometer for the entire Forex market, right? And so this is a nice big bullish candle here, right? from these wide consolidating candles. So we've been talking about the dollar pairs. All right, we've been talking about the dollar pairs, and if you guys are not in the dollar pairs, you're really missing out on some nice runs. This is on the monthly time frame here, right? So what we're hoping is that on the index, on the dollar index, on the monthly time frame, is that it goes up and tests this resistance here. If it gets up to this area here, guys, if you guys are in these dollar trades here, you're gonna do really, really well. Okay.
Yeah, they're predicting it's going to go to 100.
Yeah. So I mean, look at this here. USD TRY, here is the buy signal, guys. It's all the way up here. And you know, we've been talking about this. All these dollar pairs are moving higher. So if the dollar gets to, if it looks solid right now, if it can get to this area in here, expect these dollar pairs to continue to move higher. Right? I mean, they're all, look at this, they're all blue and up. All blue and up. They're running up. All the dollar pairs here. I mean, you just pick one. You just pick one. Who's in the dollar? Anyone in the dollar pairs?
Yeah, I have two positions, USD, TLY, USD, PLN.
So USD TRY.
Yeah.
Cam. Okay.
I was really late getting into that too. Very late.
You will. And you still, I'm sure you're still doing good, right?
I've been in it for about a week and a half.
A week and a half. So you got in where? You got in, right? Where did you get in at? 10 what?
About 10-1.
10-1?
Because I got in right around about on the 15th of November.
So right here?
Yeah, right around in there.
Right in here?
I was really late. Yeah, because you had told us about it. You had told us about it when we had got the little the blue buy signal.
Mm-hmm.
We were still, trending sideways up when you told us to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had moved up a little bit, and by the time I got in, that was just late. So I was to it. Yeah.
Okay, but you still got in.
Yeah, I still got in, and I'm still in it now. Now another one I'm looking at as a third position is I have a daily chart up of the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen.
The dollar yen.
Yeah, and we are like right at the. There you go. So I don't know if I should be waiting for a bump up. I know the last signal you got is a sell, but if you look at your little diagram on the right,
Mm-hmm.
where you have all your pairs, I'm looking at dollar yen it's in there somewhere, isn't it? Nope.
It's right
there it
down
goes.
here.
Wow, way down there. But you know what though? By the time if I wait till it gets to the very top and break out, that's going to be too late. So what I'm going to do is your resistance symbol, the resistance line you have up there.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it
Right here.
yeah, as soon as you trade above there and holds, then I'll be making an entry right there too.
Yeah, I would. The thing about the dollar yen, all right, is that, and some of the pairs will kind of trade like this. You guys notice that a lot of the dollar, the dollar pairs are moving higher. So a lot of the dollar pairs are moving higher, right? And then the dollar yen isn't really trending, right? It's kind of,
it's consolidating.
It's consolidating. So, and the dollar, a few pairs will do this, but in particular, the dollar yen will do this. So although the dollar pairs are moving higher, dollar yen is being held back by the yen.
Okay.
Okay, so the yen pairs are somewhat bearish. Okay, so the yen pairs are bearish as a whole, right? So CAD yen, pound yen, euro yen. So that's gonna hold the dollar yen back. So when we trade the dollar with the dollar move, when the dollar makes a move, I wouldn't count dollar yen. Okay. Now, if the yen pairs, now if the dollar yen is a tricky pair to trade, because it really doesn't follow the yen pairs, and it really doesn't follow the dollar pairs. It does its own thing. I mean, I'll see it where the yen pairs are all moving up, and then the dollar yen is holding back. I don't like the dollar yen. Yeah, I don't like to trade it. The volatility is not as good as perhaps the yen or the euro or even the Swiss. Okay, but you can, I mean, you can certainly trade it, but it's not going to be one of the pairs that I look for. I mean, I'll trade it absolutely, but it doesn't. Okay, so what we want, guys, is we want to see the whole group moving. Okay, so when we look at this, we want to see the whole group. So we want consistency. We want to see the whole group moving in one direction or the other.
Nope.
Okay. But we always have limited resources. So and it's not every day. I mean, we it's not every day we get big moves like him, the one that you're in now. I mean, we get move, but this is a nice move, guys. And look at this here. Look at the previous move. You guys see the previous move here from here to here? That's just amazing trading from here to here. And then now from here to all the way up here. You guys see that?
Yeah, we saw, you and I, David, we looked at that first move too.
Mhm.
We were right there. We saw the whole thing.
Yep. And then the EUR-TRY does the same thing. We'll do the same thing. Look at it. I mean, guys, these are long trades. And these trades are lasting 3 weeks to almost a month. Okay. USD PLN. Is anyone in USD PLN?
Yes, I am. I just got in there. I've been in there now for about four days, I think, 4 or 5 days.
Okay. 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 As long as we know we missed the boat, right? We know
Yeah.
we can, we can still get in. EUR PLN. Okay. Is anyone else in these pairs? Or anyone else in the dollar pairs or the euro pairs? If you guys look here, guys, can you guys see this? I'm going to open this up. This is important. This is important. These are the top pairs, guys. This is the #1 trending pair right now. It's at 64. And this is a trending indicator. Okay, this is a trending indicator. The higher the number, the longer the trend. The lower the number, the more it's consolidating. All right, so if we look here, this is a dollar pair, euro pair, dollar pair, dollar pair, dollar pair, euro pair, euro pair, dollar pair, dollar pair, dollar pair, dollar pair, euro pair, dollar pair, euro pair, euro pair, dollar pair, euro pair, dollar, dollar, euro pair. From here all the way up, that's where we should be. Bottom line, that's what's moving. The euro pairs are moving, right? And most importantly, the dollar pairs are moving. Until this change, we shouldn't be in any other pairs. This is it. This is your money. So if you guys are not in these trades, you're missing the boat. Even if you get in late, you know, like Kim, you got in, you know, a couple late, that's still good. I mean, you got in USD TRY late, right? You got in right around in here. That's still better than sitting on the sidelines. Okay, ideally we want here, but you know that this is still a lot of profit right here. So are there anyone else in these pairs? Anyone else in the dollar pairs or euro pairs? If not, I'm not doing my job, right, guys? There's no one else in the dollar pairs or the euro pairs. All right. So we're missing some opportunities here because it could do this. It could go all the way up here. All right. So I wouldn't chase it. If you're not in it, I wouldn't chase it. Let's see here. You might find some opportunities. Let's see here. I mean, they're all moving up. We're starting to get purple support and resistance, so we should be careful as far as adding. All right. But the dollar pairs look strong. All right. Anything else you guys want to go over?
One thing I did today was start shorting the spiders today by buying puts.
The SPY?
Yeah, I had bought calls last Thursday for all last week actually, and I had another position I bought long position over the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I took that off for a nice profit, and I bought puts and got an even nicer profit. The ones I bought, they expire on Wednesday, and they're
Okay.
the 472 puts I picked up for $1. They were like 35 cents, 40 cents. By the time I noticed that I got in at $1, and I sold the majority of my position at $5, and I think those are sitting up there at about 520, 530 right now.
How long you stayed in? What, a week?
No, bought those today. Sold
Oh.
most of them today.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just a day trade, just a day trade.
Yeah, we had a pretty good reversal in the S&P today. If you're looking at a chart on that, you put it on like a real short-term chart, it kind of fell off a cliff, and yeah, put it on like 30 minutes or something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
you'll see
wow.
it fell off a cliff today. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, you even got a sell signal on that time frame. But overall, though, when you look at it on a daily, it's still just fine. On a weekly, it's fine. On a monthly, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions on the systems? I wanted to, you guys had talked about shorting, and I wanted to bring out Monster ETF. And I'd sent you guys out a short ETF. One second here. Do you guys have that ETF I sent out? It was a short ETF. on crude. I believe it was crude.
Yeah, you mentioned it, I think on Friday, but I didn't take it down.
All right, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, DDG.
Say that again?
DDG. Yeah, so yeah, let's go through this. This is good. So this came up on Heat Seeker for Monster ETF. Okay, so we run ETFs through this system. Okay, and we had talked about if the market turns, so if the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ turns down, okay, and hits short. Okay, so rather than, we could do several things. We could, if the market heads down, okay, we could get puts like Kim is doing. He got puts on the spiders, the S&P. Okay, you can short stocks, so you can find stocks that you can short. But a real good opportunity that is not as risky is ETFs. Okay, and they're short ETFs. So when the market comes down, or in this case, crude oil comes down, right? This particular ETF, the short ETF, will go up. Okay, so let's take a look at crude, and stop me if you guys have any questions. So here is energy right here. So the XLE is moving lower. We had a sell signal here on a break of support right here. All right, at 57, and crude right now is at 55. We've got red candles, so this is in the distribution phase right now. Okay, so that's energy, right? Crude, energy, oil. So we got a sell signal, but here on the ETF, right, it's moving to the upside. And as crude comes down, you guys see this? As crude comes down, guess what? This short ETF here will move higher. And we can trade it long. You guys see that?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, this is huge, right? Now, the options, you can trade the options on this, right? You can trade the options. The problem with a lot of these ETFs, I rather, if you're going to trade the option, just do it through, do it through like the diamonds for the Dow, the QQQ for the NASDAQ, and the spiders for the S&P. Here, if you do it here, just trade the underlying, just trade the stock, the ETF, rather than fooling with the options, because you're not going to get a lot of volume. You're not going to, some of them you will, but for the most part, you're not going to get a lot of open interest and volume. You can tell here, if you look at the chart here, you can see the price data. It's not really solid. You see that the price, that it's not very solid. So there's not a lot of volume, but you can get some nice, if it goes from 15 to 20 or even 24, it's not bad. It's a nice hedge. It's a nice hedge. All right. So these will all come up. It'll come up right in here. Here is consumer discretionary. So you could trade the ETF right here. Semiconductor. And here is timber and forestry, wood. All right. So we can trade a lot of commodities. So we'll start looking at Monster ETF more, okay, to see what opportunities might come about. Okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I took a couple of, since nobody else has anything, I'm in several different positions, short position in MasterCard, MA. Got a short position in Airbnb, ABNB. Got a short position in a firm. And since Bitcoin turned over, I got just got into a short position in Coin, a Coinbase, COIN. And I got a long position in a BioNTech, BNTX. All of those, when you look at a real short-term chart, those are all doing well for me. And I think that on Tesla, I've been in that one for a little bit, so that one's doing really good for me. And but all I wanted to say was just when you're looking at the timetables, stick to the same timetable. Like he's had MasterCard up right now. And I was looking at that one too on a 240-minute chart and a 4-hour. And put on the 4-hour chart. You'll take a look at that one. Yeah.
On the 4-hour?
Yeah. And the reason why I traded that one short too, David, is because on your list, you were showing that financials were not doing very good. And MasterCard, of course, is in the financial sector. So that's why I took advantage of that on the short side.
One second here.
Hey, Cam, did you get puts on MasterCard?
Yeah, I have the exactly which ones I have and how much I paid. I have the 327.50 puts. I paid $1.15. I took some off at $8.60, and I got a few more left.
Oh, okay.
And there you go, right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was tanking today.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah. And you had, and the reason why I thought it was an interesting trade, David, is you actually had JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America and SunTrust moving up today, and you had MasterCard doing moving down. And then of course I caught a really good break again, like I was telling you before when I had those spider puts that showed that the market sold off at the end of the day. MasterCard is one of the caught one of the positions that sold off too, because MasterCard, of course, is in the S&P 500.
Right.
MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Capital One Financial, all of them are in the Discover Card. They're all in the S&P 500.
What's your expiration on that?
Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm able to do this, guys, and some of you guys can't, is you know, I trade full time, and I'm able to sit here and not move and be glued to the chair looking at this all day. Right. And that's why I can do that. Now, if you guys working a job and you got to go to the babysitter, you got to, you know, help grandma move, that do not trade like I do. Yeah, do not trade like I do if you have other things to do. But as you can see on the daily chart, David's sell signal is on too. Yeah.
So if you guys, so just anyone out there, do you understand what Cam just did? I want anyone out there, do you understand what he just did? Because we've been talking about long, and he went short. But can you, from here, can you guys tell what he did from here? Can anyone see what he did from here?
Yeah, look at the XLF, guys. Look where it is on the list, XLF, X-Ray Larry Frank. You guys see it?
Okay, so this is what he did, and this is really, boy, when you get to the point where you can pick out opportunities like this, then you become really good. And Kevin's been doing this for, I mean, long time, long time. So what he did, guys, was this. So he looked at the sector, a weak sector, which is XLF, the financial sector, which is a weak sector. All right. So it's not trending to the upside. It's not trending, right? It's not trending to the upside like here. It's kind of consolidating, right? It's low. This is a low number here. So it's consolidating to the downside. So it's moving to the downside and with some consolidation. So basically what he did was he anticipated this break of support right here, right? So it's a weak stock. It's a weak sector, right? It's a weak sector. It's not strong. It's not moving up, right? It's kind of caught between this type of consolidation in here. And guess what? He got puts to take it down because it's weak, right?
Now you guys probably was thinking, isn't that counterintuitive considering we're going into the holiday season? Absolutely, it's counterintuitive. But like David said, he turns the news off and look at the charts. And this is one of the ones you definitely want to turn the news off and you want to look at the charts. Because if you're thinking holiday season, more sales, people using their MasterCard and Visa card more, stock is going to go up, stock is not going up.
And then guess what? That whole sector, guys, that whole sector is moving to the downside and weak, right? It's weak, it's moving to the downside. It's not strong, right? It's not moving to the upside. And that's a great short opportunity right here, right? So very good, very good. Very good.
See, David, once I stopped buying heating oil in the summertime, I was start doing pretty good.
What's that?
Once I stopped buying heating oil in the summertime, I started doing pretty good.
You know, we have to, you know, a lot of times we've got to be a contrarian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep an eye on the VIX.
Yeah, if the VIX spike up, then that's going to put even more pressure on the financials.
Yeah. So keep an eye on the VIX here, guys. Watch the dollar. You guys, if you're not in these dollar pairs, you're missing out. I tell you, you know, when we get these moves, especially in Forex, when they happen fast, right? So we want to be all over, especially if you guys are using, is Brian on the call? Is Brian on the call? Especially those of you who use Monster Scalper, guys, if you know, we've been calling these trades for a long time now. If you're not in these trades, then you should be, you know, you want to get with me. You know, I'm here to help. So if you guys are not in these dollar trades, you're missing, something is going on, because we need to be in these trades. I want you guys making money, right? I want you guys making money. And when I see opportunities like this, you know, you guys are not in it, then we you know, because these are great moves. These are great moves that's happening right now, right here, right now. All right. So, all right. If there isn't anything else, any new folks out there, you guys have any questions for me? Any questions for any of the other traders, seasoned traders that are out there, like Ron and Kim? And you guys have any questions? Hey, Stella, are you still on the line?
Here.
Hey, you have any questions for any of these seasoned guys, seasoned traders?
I'm pretty impressed by all of you. I did have a question. I don't have the like this monster scalper and all of that.
Mhm.
But my question is, so if I had it, so I'm looking at this chart with the candlesticks all over. So does the little blue signal on there,
Okay.
yeah, that blue signal. So say on that date on 11/12 or 11/13,
Okay.
so if I had the system, if I clicked on that day, would it have that little blue indicator, or how would you know that the trade is being recommended?
Okay. So this blue arrow is plotted automatically.
Okay.
Okay, so it's plotted in real time as price moves along.
Right.
Okay, so and what will happen is it will give us a buy every time we break a resistance.
Mhm.
Okay, every time we break a resistance. Now, if you look here, that's a good question. So every time it breaks a resistance after accumulation. So you have the chart, right? On the you have the 4 phases.
Yeah.
Okay, so when if it breaks a resistance right here, so here's a resist. That's a good question. Breaks a resistance right here. It's going to give us a buy signal automatically. So the algorithms are designed, okay, to give a buy signal on a break of resistance on pretty good volume, okay, on volume, or let's say volume for now. Okay, so this is the candle. Let's open this up. So on this candle here, this arrow here, this is the candle, right? But it's right here. See this triangle right here is where we actually
Right.
got the buy signal. So this is the candle. The arrow is pointing to this candle, but right here, this triangle here, see this line right here, this is our resistance. If we bring it over here, right at a break of that resistance line is where the system gave a signal to buy. Now, if you're looking at your chart, you would see it, but you can also get an email notification. So when the system plots the buy signal right here, you would get an email notification to your phone, okay, to enter the trade.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then I guess my final question was, so when I look at this, the way these candles appear on this system, so you have an uptrend that's all green and then a downtrend that's all red.
Yes.
But then within that downtrend or uptrend, there's like highs and lows, so I'm thinking if I was looking at a trading view, I would see red and green candles,
Okay.
So do folks just stay in the trade no matter what's happening in real time? Because some of it dips and then goes back up. I'm just like, how do you not panic and get out of the trade? Anyway, that's my final question.
Is
Newbie question.
Tylac on the phone? I wish Tylac was on the call here. I wish he was on the call. Does anyone want to answer that? Any of our traders? Anyone want to answer
I'll
that?
answer it. I'll answer it. What you have to do, Stella, is you have to look at the trends. You have to pay attention to the trends, because that's just the nature of currencies. They bounce around. They bounce around a lot. How's it going, Leon?
Hey, everything good.
All right. And they bounce around, and they bounce around a lot. So you have to trade based on trends, because if you try to trade based on one single candle, I can guarantee you, tell her, David, you're gonna be wrong mostly all the time. Yeah, and wait till your candles finish. Like if you're trading if you're using daily candles, wait till that candle finish. And if you're using a 4-hour candle, wait till that candle finish and watch the signals that David have up there, your buys and your sells, and look
Okay.
at your trend. Because I've even made the mistake that I won't wait till my candle finish, and I'll take profits, and and then what'll end up happening is I would have taken them way too soon.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
good question, Stella. Thanks. Thanks, Cam. All right. So and guys, follow this, okay? I love it when you guys ask questions because this is how we learn. Okay, this is how we learn. And this is all about learning so that we can become better at this. Okay, so your question is, yes, we get a buy signal and we get in, but look at everything else that's happening within the trade. All right. Understand, guys, that and the way we designed the whole process is so that we win and we have an edge. And we, the bottom line is that we want to cut our losses and we want to stay in the trade. All right, as much as possible. All right, to capture the major runs. Every time we enter a trade, we have to enter on the break of resistance. We have to enter when price breaks resistance. All right. And what that means is that, hey, the buyers are in control. The buyers are in control. So we've got resistance here, and then we've got support right here. Right here is right here is support. Right in this area here is support. Okay. So we're gonna buy here. Most traders, guys, will put, let's say they were lucky enough to buy in on a break of resistance. They'll put a stop loss in this area in here, below the trade, right below the resistance area. And we don't want to do that. We don't do that, okay? Because we know that 80% of the time or even higher, price is going to pull back, get us out of the trade, and then usually move in the direction that we thought it would move. All right, so we have to understand when we buy, especially if we're using the system, the monster scalper, we get in, we just wait. So we let price do its thing, just like what Kim mentioned. Price is gonna do its thing, right? As long as we hold support, the buyers are still in control. And this is hard for us to do as traders because we bought in here, price came back down, and we're looking at our account and we're like, oh boy, we're down $100, we're down $500. We start to panic, but there's nothing to panic about because that's what price does. The only time we're going to get a sell signal to get out is that when it breaks support, and guess what? The buyers are no longer in control. The sellers are now in control. So we can relax. We can relax in this area in here, right? Understand whether it's Forex, whether it's cryptos, whether it's equities, it doesn't matter. Price never moves up in a straight line, right? Yes, sometimes we'll get lucky and price moves like this. Stella, you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
You see that?
Mhm.
Right. Okay, but most of the time we'll get something like this. Okay, we'll get something like this. And as long as price holds support, we are good. And and as long as we're in the markup phase and we're going long, we should be long. All right. The cool thing about the system is that, and I am a bit biased, right? Because it's, very biased with the system because I know exactly how it's going to perform, right? These signals here will force us to stay in the trade. So we can take someone without any experience, and as long as they follow the buy and sell signal, they'll have some level of success. Now there's more to it, right? Than just that. You know, they've some mental stuff we work with the traders, right? With their mindset. So to allow them to stay in the trade, because this is what will get you. All of this right here is what will mess you up, especially if you're looking at your P&L every 15 minutes. All right, this right here is what will mess you up. But guess what, right? If we stay in the trade, right, we'll capture all these profits here. So I have a quick question for you guys. What phase is this? What phase is this? What phase is this?
The markup phase,
Markup phase. What phase is this?
the markdown phase.
The markdown phase. Very good. Who said that?
Bill,
Neil, good job.
it's my first week.
Your first week. Good
I got a lot
job.
to learn. Thank you.
Well, you know what? In your first week, you know something that most traders don't know, right? Most traders don't know this, and they don't have this information, right? So in 1 week, you know more than most traders, and you know more than traders that, you know, that might have been trading for 10, 15, 20 years. And I'm serious about that, right? So markup phase, markdown phase, markup phase. Okay, so look at this. Markup phase, took a trade, long trade here. Markdown phase, took a short trade here. Markup phase, took a long trade here. Okay, this one failed. Okay, and we can keep doing that, right? Markup phase, right? Took a long trade here. So Stella, this process, right, is going to follow your 4 phases. And all we've done with Monster Scalper is we've automated that process. We've automated the 4 phases. Okay, so if you look at the 4 phases that you guys have, you'll notice, right? The markup phase, green candles, right? Green arrows. Markdown phase, right? Red candles, red arrows. It's the same thing. All we've done is we've automated that process, which works really, really well. So rather than figuring out where to buy, which is it's a big thing for traders. Where do I buy, right? Where do I enter? So the system will give us a buy signal, tell us exactly where to enter on a break of resistance, and then we're going to sell on a break of support. But we're going to follow the same process as the 4 phases. Accumulation, reaccumulation. We're going to keep adding reaccumulation, distribution, right? Distribution, markdown phase, redistribution every time it hits support. And then we're going to do the same thing over. Accumulation, markup phase, buy, distribution, markdown phase, sell short. Accumulation, we're going to buy. Guess what? Makes sense?
Markup. Yep.
Yep. And we want to get to the point. It is that simple. It is that simple. And we think that trading should be difficult. We need to do all this research, right? We need all this data. And we need to read all these books. And we don't. This is it right here, guys. So if there is a holy grail to trading, this is it. Follow price and follow the price patterns. And if you need help, right? If you are not disciplined, right? If we are not very logical, mathematical in our thought process and execution, then get a system or a process to help you capture these moves. That's all we've done. We haven't done anything fancy, right? That's all we've done. We have a process that's going to capture those moves and try to be as precise as possible in capturing those moves within the 4 phases. That's it. But your mindset is 90% of it. After we get this, then it's all your mindset. Because I can take a trader, I can take one trader and give them this system here, Monster Scalper. Do it all the time, and we'll have a trader do extremely well. And we'll take that one system, the same system, and provide it to another trader. And that trader is having a very, very tough time executing the trades. And it's all the mindset. Same system, same data, right? Same information, same teaching, same everything, but different results. And it's all with the mindset. All right. That's a lot of information, huh? Anything else? All right. We're going to call it a night. And I will see you guys on Thursday.
All right.
Thanks, David.
All right. All right.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, guys. We'll see you
Have
later.
a good night.
All right, good night, guys. Have a good night.
Never had anything to do with race. It had